What is up guys, Alex here, otherwise known as I Need a Haircut, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at some WCL light action. I actually live streamed this war over on my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/ClashWithStyle. Who would have guessed it? So you can head over there, give me a follow. I stream 3 times a week, usually Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, but sometimes I'm streaming other days. Like this week I streamed on Monday to cover this here war. But without any further ado, I'm just gabbing, so let's roll this intro and go and check out some of these 3-star hits. So you can see the score here was 57 to Royal Red Coats to 52 from Clash of TVM, and I have to give a massive shout out here to Royal Red Coats. This is the second war of theirs that I've covered live on my Twitch, and the first one I'm going to be recapping. And I just want to say, honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure. These guys have came and supported me so much on my channel and on my Twitch, and I cannot thank them enough. And I also appreciate them letting me come through and recap, because as everyone knows, as a YouTuber, we're always looking for content. We need content left, right and centre, and these guys certainly are providing me with an absolute boatload. But I'm getting carried away, I'm talking too much again, so let's jump into these attacks. So we're going to be kicking this off here with 2 attacks in from the TVM side, and we're going to be starting off right down at the bottom of the RRC map with Jimmy Bob 909, and you can see Hellboy is going to be coming in here with a bit of a Queen Charge Lalo. So you can see you're going to be starting with a balloon over here on this right hand side just to check for any black bombs. So we want to make sure that that baby dragon can get as much value as possible, and it should be able to continue pressing on through the majority of this right hand side, as there is not really anything in there that can take it out. So it's done a fantastic job and will continue to do so unless it picks up a Seeking Airmine or decides to go in, which it does. We can see the Queen also coming in from this right hand side. She is going to be pushing down towards this bottom, but he does get the King down there, so that is going to mean that the Queen is going to go into the base rather than continuing her path down. We see a rage spell, a little bit of a strange rage spell there, but it does catch the Queen and it does catch those healers, so decent enough, I suppose. We see a couple of balloons coming in over on this bomb tower on the right hand side to just clear that out. Unfortunately, looks like one of our healers has decided it's going to go off with the King, so we are 1 healer down. We get the poison spell down on the dragon and this ice golem in the clan castle. Will it be able to catch our Queen? No, I don't think it will. And the rage spell that Hellboy puts down there actually misses the healers, so a bit of a mishap there. And we did have to pop that Queen's ability to get her through that, as we had the enemy Queen on her as well. But you can see the Stone Slammer now going to be coming in onto this multi-target Inferno. 2 shots from that Stone Slammer should be enough to get that down. We now have the Eagle Artillery active in the centre of the base, and this means we are going to be starting our Lalo portion. Queen still doing a great job clearing a lot of these defences down in the bottom section of the base. Stone Slammer is going to pop there, unfortunately, right into the beams of that multi-target Inferno. I would maybe suggest hasting them onto that Eagle Artillery, but they are going to get there slowly but surely, and we use our Warden's ability there, unfortunately not catching those max balloons from the Stone Slammer, so it looks like we probably are going to lose the majority of them. Another haste spell goes down, and that is going to propel our troops in and on to this multi-target Inferno. The Queen is still taking a beating on the bottom section of this base, but she is somehow continuing to stay alive. It looks like one cheeky Tesla has also popped up on the bottom section, so the balloons are all going to push on over to that, but we have plenty of cleanup minions and lava pups up on the top and left hand sections of the base, so this one should be relatively easy here for Hellboy to finish off. So a few misplaced spells and stuff, but nonetheless a very strong attack, actually coming in here with a swagged free spell as well. So a good one to kick us off. Without any further ado, let's go and take a look at another one of their 3-star attacks. So the next one we are going to be taking a look comes in here from Athena of TVM against Synergy 14 from RRC. And you can see Athena deciding to go in here with a bit of a Queen Charge minor attack. And at Town Hall 11, Town Hall 12, minors are really dominant in the meta right now. We are seeing a lot of them, whether that's minors with hogs to make the hybrid or just minors on their own. We are seeing an absolute boatload of them. But you can see Athena is going to be going in here to try and show us how to do it. it. Going to be getting a nice early rage onto that queen, as there is a huge amount of defenses in that area of the base, so we need to make sure the queen does not go down or waste her ability too early. Luckily for us, that baby dragon actually came out before the lava hound, so it meant we could get rid of that, and now we can just get on to deal with that lava hound. Only one expo shooting on us, so it should not be too much of an issue. And you can see actually here the expos are set to ground, or a couple of them are anyway, which just shows you how much people are using ground based armies at Town Hall 11 and Town Hall 12. Another rage spell going to be going down on our queen right there, and she decides she's actually going to wander along to this right hand section of the base. So it's going to be up to that king to try and get the town hall down. I don't know if he's going to have it in him. Yes, he is. He's just going to be able to grab that town hall pretty much on his last swing there. So that could have gone very, very wrong for Athena here. It also means that those healers are now going to be sniped off by that multi-target inferno, and then they're actually going to go with the miners rather than sticking with the queen. We have a siege barracks over here on the right hand side, the P.E.K.K.A out in front leading the charge, and we have a heal spell down in the center for those miners, going to continue pressing on through. Of course, that eagle is now activated, so we do have that to worry about. The max level hog riders are going to start coming in from this right hand side and out of that siege barracks. They will get straight into action onto that eagle artillery in the center of the base. Luckily, the warden's ability should be able to keep the majority of our troops alive, as they are struggling to get through some of these defenses and that clan castle here in the center of the base. The last of our spells, the heal spell going down in the center, and to be honest, it's these hog riders that are doing a huge amount of the work for us here. Our queen somehow is clutching onto dear life at the top section of the base. Even with the healers switching over to the Grand Warden here in the center, we will be able to pick up the 3-star nonetheless. A couple of hog riders still alive. The miners going strong. The queen, I really don't know how she managed to stay alive, but she did, and she is also going to help with the cleanup job. Athena showing us just how strong miners really are at Town Hall 12. So it is now time to go and check out some RRC, some Royal Red Coat attacks, and yeah, they're pretty fun. Let's go and take a look. So the first one we are going to be taking a look comes in here from the mountain, maybe from Game of Thrones. Who knows, could potentially be, but we are going to be starting with a couple of balloons down here on the bottom sections of this base. Let's zoom in a little bit so we have a closer view on this action. Going to be getting that town hall down straight away with the queen, so we've got the 1-star secure in the bag. Get in, you can't ask for anything better. Well, maybe you could, I suppose a 3-star is always nice. Going to get that primal warden skin going through the bottom section of the base, and we see a golem and a balloon in the clan castle, which we are seeing a little more regularly now in these leagues. And we're going to be getting a jump spell going down here to allow that queen access into that eagle artillery, because it's just one tile too far for the queen to range. So we see the king going to be held up on the golem and the balloon over here on the left hand side, and we actually really need them to come down so the queen can start dealing with them, because if we don't get that balloon down, it will toast our miners big time. Unfortunately here, this one I got live on stream, I believe. The mountain unfortunately drops a rage spell over here on the right hand side. It's a complete mishap, totally accidental, and you can see, so this one pretty much going in with a swagged rage spell, 1 or 2 spell space, completely and utterly swagged, and it means that we don't have enough really rage to get our queen charge going for too much longer. But we have one going down there. The golem is going to pop. We've already got that balloon down, so we can now start with our miners over here on the left hand side, and they are going to need to do a huge amount of work for us. The queen is going to be able to take down the enemy queen in the center of the base, but just as she goes in to do that, of course, the healers decide they are going to abandon her, and they're going to go and help out these miners that are taking a little bit of damage over here on the left hand side. So pretty typical there of the healers. When they're needed, they decide they're going to pack up their bags and leave. But you can see we still have one heal spell left to get us through this multi-target inferno, 2 wizard towers and a bomb tower at the top section of this base. Baby dragon going to start coming in from the top section, doing a little bit of cleanup work for us. Those max level hog riders again from the siege barracks coming out of that clan castle, just doing so much work for us. They can tear through defenses really quickly, so it's important if you're going in with this sort of strategy to bring them in your clan castle. I've seen a few people for some reason starting to bring Yeti or stuff like that, and they just walk around the outside, but these hogs usually meet up with whatever you're pushing into the base with, and they can do a big big amount of work. The queen is back onto full health in the center of the base. The couple of healers that were on her have been able to get her back up, and it looks like my internet is letting me down a little bit. Can we just hold off, internet, to let me finish off this one? But you guys can see this is going to be a triple right here. We're going to be able to finish this one off. Let's speed it up to ×4 before my internet gives up, and hopefully it will be better for the next one. Let's go and take a look. And my internet has decided to grace us with its presence once again, so I can continue recording this video. Had a little bit of a break there, but we're back now. We have Caleb coming in against Prem KK from TVM, and we're going to be going in with a bit of a hog miner hybrid here. We see the queen charge, of course, going to be starting over here on the right hand section of the base. We have a baby dragon also helping clear the funnel for us, and we have a wizard up there on the top section just starting sniping off a couple of buildings. Unfortunately, looks like it is going to go to the left. Even though it is definitely out of range of that warden statue, it still is sniped off. You can see the queen is going to be taking a little bit of a detour here off to the right hand side of the base. We really need her to go into the base here and grab that eagle artillery force and maybe some of these expos as well. We will need to get a rage spell down on that queen as she is starting to take quite a bit of damage. We also have a poison spell which I'm guessing is going to go down. Yep, it's going to go down right there, and it will help deal with some of these lava hounds. It looks like the eagle artillery is now activated, so we are going to have a few of the shots from it to deal with. Luckily they do go down on our king, who's doing quite a bit of work actually up there on the top section of the base for us. That jump spell has been sitting in the base for quite a long time. The queen finally deciding it's time to use it, and she goes over that and starts work onto that eagle artillery. We get the siege barracks down here from the bottom section of the base. The P.E.K.K.A coming out in front, and have a couple of wizards as well in behind, starting to clear out a few of these structures. We see the miners coming in first and the hogs straight in behind. We are going to be getting a nice early heal spell down onto them to make sure we keep as many alive as possible. Warden's ability is going to be used through both wizard towers there and the multi-target inferno, which will help to propel these hogs and miners through. It looks like the miners are going to be a little bit delayed in behind these hogs, but those max level hog riders in the mix, like I've been saying, they can do so much work. The queen also doing a little bit of work before she starts shooting on a wall, pretty typical from the queen. But we see the miners all going to merge together pretty much onto this multi-target inferno, a couple of them actually pushing off to this left hand side, but they're going to continue all going together with the hog riders here and should be able to get a decent bit of value on the back end. The king actually did a lot of value for us up on the top section of this base, which was great. It means that these hogs and the miners don't have too many defenses left up to deal with. We also still have the queen struggling on a wall as usual, and the grand warden in behind will be able to help with cleanup as well. So a very nice triple there coming in from Caleb at Town Hall 11. We have one last attack left, which is coming in against a Town Hall 12. So without further ado, let's go and check it out. So the last one of this video comes in here from Skanda, who I know had a very strong war indeed. And we're going to be seeing a bit of a queen charge hog rider attack, but we do see a blimp currently in hand, so I wonder if that is going to be the siege of choice. Yes, it is. So we're going to be getting a couple of test loons out there, and we're going to be getting our blimp over here straight onto that eagle artillery. It looks like we have... Yep, well, it looks like we have some Yetis in there, and they will be able to take down quite a few of these defenses up on this section for us. It looks like we were able to get down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 6 or 7 defenses with that blimp, so getting some really big value for us there. We're going to be getting our queen in from this right hand side. The baby dragon going to be doing a bit of cleanup work up on the top section for us, and we're going to be walking our queen all the way down to this town hall on the left hand side of the base. But you can see a clear path is going to be set for these hog riders, which is really important in an attack like this. And you can see the kings are going to be having a few swings at each other, but it looks like the enemy king is actually going to win that fight right there. A couple of skelly traps are going to pop up, holding the queen in her place for quite a bit of time. We are committing a lot of spells to this initial push here. We used, of course, a rage on the blimp coming in, and this is the second rage that we've used on our queen. We're going to be starting with our hogs coming in from the top section of this base. This will give the queen time to work away at some of the other defenses over on the bottom section, whilst keeping an eye on that clock. We definitely do not want to time fail this. The queen's starting to get slaughtered by all of the defenses and that Giga Tesla on the bottom section. She is going to be able to deal with that while these hog riders continue to path down and into this base. We have one heal spell left, which is going to be used on this multi-target Inferno, I'm guessing, and Wizard Tower combo on the bottom section. We get a Loon in, which is actually going to grab a Seeking Airmine for us. We have the last of the heal spells going to be coming in right there. Very delayed on the heal spell. I thought it was a little bit earlier, but we see the queen actually ended up going down on the bottom section of the base, but she got a huge amount of value. The blimp did a great job cleaning out that top right section. The queen then continued her path, clearing out everything else there. So the hogs only had to clear out pretty much half of the base there. Really well done from Skanda. I was very impressed with this attack when I saw it really strategically planned. You can see they've gone, right, I need this to do this, this to do this, the queen to go here, the hogs to do this, and completely went to plan, easily picking up that 3-star. I mean, look at the amount of hogs we still have left up at the end. So a massive congratulations to RRC Royal Red Coats on the victory. I was very impressed with their performance, and I know already I'm going to be covering some more of their WCL wars and maybe some of their other wars like the MLCW and stuff. So keep an eye on my Twitch if you guys want to check some of them out. Appreciate everyone stopping by, watching the video. If you haven't already, go down there, let me know which one of these 5 attacks in this recap video was your favorite. For me, it was probably either the Lalo or that attack that we just watched there. Also, leave a like on the video. Can we aim for... Let's go for 11 likes, why not? Subscribe too if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next video, whenever that might be. Peace.